Welcome back to our community. Susie Thomas visiting with Sandy Miller, and she is president of the Mennonite Relief Sale, or what is your official title, Sandy?
Chairman.
Chairman? Okay, well, I gave you a nice bump there. Okay, so chairman of the Mennonite Relief Sale, taking place, what are the dates again, please?
August 3 and 4 of this year.
So it's always that first weekend in August. And
yes.
Where can we find you?
Well, you can find us at the Wayne County Fairgrounds located in Worcester, Ohio. And the address is 199 Vanover Street in Worcester. Very easy to find from US 30. You can actually see the fairgrounds from Route 30. And you just take Route 3 off at the fairgrounds and follow the signs, and you'll be right there.
And I think the most important question is why? Why does this take place every year?
Why do we take place? Because all of the volunteers and many of the people that have done voluntary service for the Mennonite Central Committee have a passion because they know what this funds and how much this funds can reach out and touch others' lives that don't have the opportunities that we have. And so people come together because they want to be able to give. And maybe they can't all go and volunteer overseas or other places, but a lot of us are able to give money, and this is one of many ways that they can do that.
And does it ever amaze you when you think that one little small community can have such an impact on the world through this?
It does. And you look at the Mennonite community in the area here, and we're not by any means wealthy, but they are still so generous. I mean, we've got the Apostolics and the Amish and the Brethren are also involved with all of this, and everybody just has a giving heart, and it is amazing of how a small community can raise those kind of funds in just a day and a half.
No, seriously. The behind the scenes must be unbelievable, because to organize something like this, I can't imagine all the work that goes into it. But as you say, some of the volunteers involved with it have also been involved in world missions. Can you tell me some of the stories, what you hear from people who've been involved on that side of it?
Well, I guess I don't know the individual stories as much. I just know many have gone to volunteer service, and so this is still another way for them to be able to help out.
Yeah.
As far as their individual stories of where they served and stuff, I don't know all of those little details, but I know there's a couple that came that are attending our church that went to like 5 different countries where they served in different capacities, and they just have a heart for serving, and so it just continues on here.
And this is another way for them to be able to do that. And what I love is this is a way for those of us who may not either have the opportunity or even maybe the calling to physically go to another country and help out. But this is an opportunity, because we are all called by the Great Commission to help out in some way, that this would be our way. We can go to this, the Mennonite Relief Sale, and a way to participate by sharing what we've been blessed with others. And let's be frank, you get to go home with some pretty cool things too that have been created by some very talented people, but that money is used for such wonderful outreach, to dig wells and to bring medicines and to share things from our country with those countries who do not have access to that kind of medical care or fresh water or things that we just take for granted. Am I right on that, Sandy?
Yes, you definitely are.
Let's give a shout out to these volunteers for what they're doing behind the scenes with you. What kinds of work is being done right now?
Oh, goodness. It's an endless hive of activity, and until you're involved, you have no idea of the countless people that are behind the scenes doing all of this stuff and getting ready for their foods and stuff. And there is probably no way for me to physically be able to get a count of how many volunteers, but I can assure you that is well over 100 or more people that get involved with this to do behind the scenes of all the food stands and all their activity and all the people that donate maybe money or food towards these, so we don't have any expenses coming out of that, or companies that support these. And you've got your your time of going after all the auction stuff and picking those up, and the volunteers that go around and gather all that stuff, and somebody has to go out to solicit and ask for that information or those items, and it's just unbelievable of the time and the hours and the people that go through and do this, and they're all so willing and so eager to do this, and their heart is just, it's what they want to do. People plan vacations around the state.
Wow. Yeah. Let's talk about the food, because some of these folks are cooking some food. Some of them are making fried pies, which I have never tasted anything better in my entire life than those Amish fried pies. What else? What else is being served down there? Because really, you don't need anything else.
Well, we have the barbecue chicken, which is
well, okay, we'll
really
have that.
what we're kind of known for. So there's a barbecue chicken meal that's there. We have brat and sausage sandwiches, and then we have your traditional hot dogs, hamburgers, shredded chicken sandwiches, sloppy joes, things like that kids don't necessarily like some of the other stuff. But the big thing that we always have a line for is the Laotian egg rolls. And I will say almost every year we run out of those things. We just can't make it. I think they roll a little over 4,000 egg rolls, and we can never seem like we roll enough of them. So
egg
that's
rolls,
a big thing. Lots of pies, coffee, fried pies, and of course you can't have an auction without ice cream.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But of those things, you know that one of these things is not like the others, that little game, that little song. Egg rolls is not what I expect to find there, but as you say, they're delicious, they're awesome, and you're right, they run out. Isn't that, when did egg rolls become part of this?
You know, I'm not really sure when that became involved, but I believe it was a lady from Laotian. I think she was a Laotian lady who came in involved and said this is something that she wanted to do, because I think, again, that was a story where MCC had helped her, and this is how she was doing it in return. Wow. And it's been done for years, and it picked up. And actually, the board this year was exploring the options for possibly next year that we wanted to introduce more international food, because basically that's what this money's going for, is helping, countries around the world. And so what better way of having us be introducing people to the types of foods of the countries we're supporting.
Absolutely.
We are looking at possibly enlarging that area, basically.
That's what it's all about. That really would be like an international cuisine, ideal place for international cuisine. Another one of the things that I found really entertaining are the auctioneers themselves. Never pictured auctioneers as being particularly funny, but these guys are like comedy stars. They're so good at what they do. It's fascinating. Where do the auctioneers come from, and how do you find such funny people?
Well, I think I'm a little biased because I believe Wayne County has the best auctioneers anywhere.
Hands down.
Honestly, I believe that. I have been to a number of auctions elsewhere, and they're good, but they're not personable. They're not friendly. I don't know. And these auctioneers come from the area here, so people know them, and they have a rapport with the community, and you can joke around, and they are just phenomenal. I mean, they just keep the auctions alive and entertaining, and it's just really neat. And they are really, really special guys, and we are so lucky, so blessed to have the best auctioneers that there is around that help at our auction. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better group of auctioneers, and they do a really, really phenomenal job. And I don't know, they're almost like family to us.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will second that because, I guess I wasn't expecting to be so entertained. Even if you could plan to not spend anything, although good luck with that. Once you get there, you will. But I never expected to be so entertained by the auctioneers at any of the auctions. And it's delightful, totally a delightful day, couple of days. Sandy, what drew you specifically to being a part of this?
You grow up with it. And is that a good excuse or not? I don't know. It just kind of gets in your blood. You kind of grew up with it. You know what it does. You know what the cause is for. And it just kind of gets in your blood, and you just want to do it. I didn't have a big revelation or nothing happened like that, but it was just something you grew up with, and it just becomes a part of you.
As you're in the final stages of getting everything ready and you're at the helm, is there a way that our listeners can be praying for you?
Yes. We can always use extra volunteers. If anybody, has an interest of doing anything, and it can be a minor job to a major job. It could be, an hour job or a half-hour job. It can be an all-day job. We always have something for somebody to do if they're at all interested. So if they want to pray for volunteers or pray that we have perfect weather and we're not running out in the rain or stifling hot, but most of all, just pray for the people that this money is going to go to. So it really blesses them and really makes their life a little bit maybe easier. And if it's, the only thing we can do, that would be great.
Yes. How does a person volunteer?
Well, they can get on our website, which is OhioMCCReliefSale.org. They can go on the website and they can contact one of us. Their phone numbers and stuff are on there. They can also read more about the auction and when the times are and everything on there. Or they can call me directly, and my cell number is 330-464-8867, and I'll be happy to hook them up with whatever interest they have to who would fit the bill for them to work under.
Perfect. Let's give your phone number one more time, please.
330-464-8867.
And let's give the website one more time, please.
OhioMCCReliefSale.org.
Awesome. And Sandy, just for somebody who just tuned in, when and where is this taking place?
This is the first Saturday in August, which will be August 3 and 4. The doors open Friday at 4 p.m. and opens at 7 a.m. for breakfast on Saturday, and then everything else opens at.
You just don't want to miss it. It is amazing. Sandy Miller, thank you for all you're doing in our community.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.